Hello, I'm Beardy Blocks. Welcome back. Now, I do apologise. It's been a while since I've uploaded, but yeah, I've been having problems. This quest for the best, YouTube really doesn't like it. No matter how many times I try to upload it, I wake up in the morning with failed to upload. So anyway, but yeah, I've made this video, and hopefully this video is gonna upload. I'll try and make it a bit shorter. But yeah, as you can see, I've made mine. This is a 5-floor seamless water elevator, multi-floor elevator. So let's give it a little pop. There are certain things I'm a little bit I don't like, and we'll go through them as we get to them. Well, first off, we've got the number panel. Now, these selector panels, this is basically how the selector panel is. So it's basically a vertical selector panel. It's pretty tricky, I have to be honest. It was a surprisingly hard module to make. So basically, this is like a pixel display. This is basically the end of a pixel display design. And it all funnels out from these observers looking at trapdoors. And one thing I don't like about this is if you look, it's got the... I don't like that where it turns off before this one turns on, and this one's fine. So I say fine, it's not too bad at least. But that was a nice change. Don't like that one. Oh God, the second one's horrible, isn't it? Yeah, and that's a bit early, that one. But yeah, there's some timing issues in it. But I was quite... I needed it small, and when I say I need it small, I think you can get a lot smaller than this. And this little line going underneath is like the initial reset button. So before this goes and tells this pixel display where it should be, a signal comes through and pumps all of these pistons here, which basically resets everything. Because if I didn't have that there, basically as I press these buttons, just not one lamp would ignite. They'd all be lit eventually. But yeah, that was a really tricky module, and I thought I'd show you that. If anyone can improve on this, it would be really handy. And to be honest with you, it'd be quite an easy transfer. I could probably rip this out quite easy. Well, I say that, I probably couldn't. I'd have to redesign the machine, but it would be really handy having a slightly more usable vertical selector panel. But yeah, it's quite a difficult module, as I said. Yeah, the other problem that we have is that just sometimes you get stuck in this glass. So it doesn't, it's definitely a bug because it works most of the time and it works the same every time. Really, it should work the same every time. But it doesn't. Sometimes you do end up bugged in there. Now, what I did is if you just wiggle a little bit, you end up going free, and you're free in the shaft, and then you shoot up to the top. So what I did is I put this little module in at the top, this little red thing and little passageway that spits you out and gives you you've got lots of little lift error booklets like you can see in my hand here. But yeah, this is, and yeah, you get one of them spat out and you get dropped out here at the top. And there's really, I say there's no way that I can avoid this. I think there is a way that I can avoid this, but not within this footprint. I'm very tight in amongst here. This gets very, very congested in here, and I struggle to lengthen the time that these glass blocks pull aside. And if you look, where are we now? Yeah, it's going up to the top. If I give you a quick demonstration of, and look how quickly, that's a very small window that you get pushed out of. Literally, as soon as these are being pushed out, it's all in the same tick that these are coming forward. And I think if I delayed that a little bit, it would mitigate the unreliability issues. But yeah, it was one of them as well. It doesn't happen often enough for me to have realised during testing. But I mean, I'll show you it working anyway. So where are we going here? We'll try going up to this first floor, top floor, even 5th floor. So yeah, as you can see, it just spits you out like that. We'll go down a couple of floors just to demonstrate this one. Oh, there we go, and I fell off. Yeah, and what I will do, would just keep on testing it, but it does happen quite rarely. And I know if I start testing it, it's never going to do it. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to show you the emergency escape version. So you imagine you're stuck here in the glass, and then you shoot up here, and then you get spat out at the top, and you get your little book that gives you a Apologies for the inconvenience message. I will try and fix that at some point. But as it is, this is made for my latest mansion build. You know, I actually built this. It's not something I just built to see if I could do it. I built it because I needed it. And with things like this as well, I can't find anybody else making seamless water elevators. So it's kind of when you're kind of going into new ground like this, you're always going to run into problems. And the first few prototypes are a bit clunky. But yeah, I'm gonna just live with this one though. But there was a few things as well. One thing I will say, when you go up one floor, there's another bit that I don't like. Let me see. Yeah, we're going up one floor here, aren't we? I don't like how much delay there is. Look, we were waiting there for about 3 ticks, but the problem is the stopper block. So what happens is that soul sand gets pushed out to stop the player going up any further. How that's pushed into place is by this little tiny flying machine here. This flying machine needs to be down, done its job, and out the way in time before the ejection mechanism happens. Otherwise, it all messes up. And unfortunately, when you're just going up one floor, it just doesn't have time to send that redstone signal through the entire machine and get that pushed out quick enough. I've tried to streamline things as much as possible, and I just can't do it. But what I'll show you, if we go up from 2 floors below, but go up to the same floor, you can see what I mean. Oh damn! There we go. We're stuck in the bloody lift thing. Right, there we go. We get another lift error. What will happen? There's going to be bins around the place that you're going to be able to put all of these sort of instruction manuals and lift error sort of messages and stuff that will filter it all back into this machine here. But I'll just pop them back in there for now. But yeah, and this is so it's not perfect. It's not doing entirely what it should do. We'll try this one. Let's go see if it wants to do it this time. There we go. It's a bit better. And as you saw, it's a lot quicker on the ejection when you're going up from a floor that isn't directly below it. But these are all quirks. Hopefully I will iron these out at some point, and we will, we'll get these sweet. But I thought, being as in my mansion, being as I've put that thing on top, I thought it's a pass. It's a working contraption. And as you can see, reverse gravity, if you're watching, your advice is finally rubbing off a little bit. I'm managing to get a little bit of a rectangular outline, that's the word. Especially if you take off this emergency thing, it really is a nice little square, because it finishes kind of like that's all air across the top there. It is quite nice. I say that it's not because of that bit of redstone. That technically it's one block sticks above the rest of the rectangle, but yeah. Anyway, that's that. I will keep on persevering with this quest for the best thing. If I reduce the size, maybe if I compress the file, I think YouTube might like it a bit more. But otherwise, we're going to leave it there, and I will get back to you when I've done my next bit of my next contraption for the mansion. But anyway, I'm Biddy Blocks. Enough waffling. Bye bye. Biddy Blocks.